In 2004, Nintendo DS is on top of the list of best-selling game consoles. The Nintendo DS is a handheld game console produced by Nintendo, released globally across 2004 and 2005. The DS, an initialism for developer's system or dual screen, a built-in microphone and support for wireless connectivity. Both screens are encompassed within a clamshell design similar to the Game Boy Advance SP. The Nintendo DS also features the ability for multiple DS consoles to directly interact with each other over Wi-Fi within a short range without the need to connect to an existing wireless network. Alternatively, they could interact online using the now defunct Nintendo Wi-Fi connection service. Its main competitor was Sony's PlayStation Portable, PSP, during the 7th generation of video game consoles. Development of the PSP was announced during E3 2003, and the console was unveiled at a Sony press conference on May 11, 2004. The system was the most powerful portable console when it was introduced, and was the first real competitor of Nintendo's handheld consoles after many challengers, such as Nokia's N-Gage, had failed. The PSP's advanced graphics capabilities made it a popular mobile entertainment device, which could connect to the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 consoles, any computer with a USB interface, other PSP systems, and the Internet. The PSP also had a vast array of multimedia features such as video playback, and so has been considered a portable media player as well. The PSP is the only handheld console to use an optical disc format, Universal Media Disc, UMD, as its primary storage medium. Both games and movies have been released in the format. The PSP was received positively by critics and sold over 80 million units during its 10-year lifetime. Before proceeding further, let's throw some light on the history of game consoles. A home video game console is a standardized computing device tailored for video gaming that requires a monitor or television set as an output. These self-contained pieces of electronic equipment weigh between 2 and 9 pounds on average, and their compact size allows them to be easily used in a variety of locations with an electrical outlet. A handheld game console is a lightweight device with a built-in screen, games controls, speakers, and has greater portability than a standard video game console. It is capable of playing multiple games, unlike tabletop electronic game devices. Tabletop and handheld electronic game devices of the 1970s and early 1980s are the precursors of handheld game consoles. Mattel introduced the first handheld electronic game with the 1977 release of Auto Race. Later, several companies, including Coleco and Milton Bradley, made their own single-game, lightweight tabletop or handheld electronic game devices. The oldest handheld game console with interchangeable cartridges is the Milton Bradley Microvision in 1979. In 2011, PlayStation 3 is topped in the race of best-selling game consoles. The PS3 is a home video game console developed by Sony Computer Entertainment. It is the successor to PlayStation 2, and is part of the PlayStation brand of consoles. It was first released on November 11, 2006 in Japan, November 17, 2006 in North America, and March 23, 2007 in Europe and Australia. The PS3 competed primarily against Microsoft's Xbox 360 and Nintendo's Wii as part of the 7th generation of video game consoles. The console was first officially announced at E3 2005 and was released at the end of 2006. It was the first console to use Blu-ray disc as its primary storage medium. The console was the first PlayStation to integrate social gaming services, including the PlayStation Network, as well as the first to be controllable from a handheld console, through its remote connectivity with PlayStation Portable and PlayStation Vita. At the end of 2013, PlayStation 4 surpassed Nintendo 3DS and topped the list of best-selling video game consoles. A console of the 8th generation, it competes with Microsoft's Xbox One and Nintendo's Wii U and Switch. Moving away from the more complex cell microarchitecture of its predecessor, the console features an AMD APU built upon the x86-64 architecture. AMD stated that it was the most powerful APU it had developed to date. The PS4 places an increased emphasis on social interaction and integration with other devices and services, including the ability to play games off-console on PlayStation Vita and other supported devices, the ability to stream gameplay online or to friends, with them controlling gameplay remotely. The console's controller was also redesigned and improved over the PlayStation 3, with improved buttons and analog sticks, and an integrated touchpad among other changes. The console also supports HDR10 video and playback of 4K resolution multimedia. Sony got off on the right foot with the PS4. From the very start of its life cycle in 2013, the messaging was clear, the price was right, and the games were monumental. It expanded upon the ideas introduced with the PS3, with a higher focus on online fidelity and its user experience. Its lineup of games is arguably one of the strongest in history, with the likes of Bloodborne, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Persona 5, Uncharted 4, and Horizon Zero Dawn, captivating audiences around the globe. What's fascinating is that the PS4 still has some time left in its life cycle and will likely sell millions more, especially with massive upcoming games on the horizon like The Last of Us Part 2. It took us almost 15 hours to make this video for you. Please like and subscribe. It will take you only 2 seconds. Nintendo Switch surpassed PS4 in December 2017. The console itself is a tablet that can either be docked for use as a home console or used as a portable device, making it a hybrid console. The Nintendo Switch was unveiled on October 20, 2006. Known in development by its codename NX, the concept of the Switch came about as Nintendo's reaction to several quarters of financial losses into 2014, attributed to poor sales of its previous console Wii U and market competition from mobile games. Nintendo's president Satoru Iwata pushed the company towards mobile gaming and novel hardware. The Switch design is aimed at a wide demographic of video game players through multiple modes of use. Nintendo opted to use more standard electronic components, such as a chipset based on Nvidia's Tegra line, to make development for the console easier for programmers and more compatible with existing game engines. As the Wii U had struggled to gain external support, leaving it with a weak software library, Nintendo preemptively sought the support of many third-party developers and publishers to help build out the Switch game library alongside Nintendo's first-party titles, including many independent video game studios. PlayStation 5 was released on November 12, 2020, in Australia, Japan, New Zealand, North America, Singapore, and South Korea, with a worldwide release following a week later. The PlayStation 5, along with Microsoft's Xbox Series X and Series S consoles, released the same month, a part of the 9th generation of video game consoles. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more bar char race videos.